So you've got a brilliant idea for an app. Maybe it's something for your business, or maybe it's even something you think could be worth real money. But there's a problem. You don't know code, you don't know where to start, and hiring a developer could cost thousands. So the idea just sits there, stuck in your head. Well, in this video, we're going to change that because I'm going to show you an AI tool that can build complete working apps for you in minutes. No coding headaches, no frustrating frameworks, and no staring at a blank screen wondering what to do next. Just describe what you want in plain English and Lovable builds it for you. And I'm going to prove it by building 3 real apps with Lovable step by step right here on screen with you. So first, what actually is Lovable? Well, Lovable is an AI-powered app builder. Instead of you writing code, designing interfaces, and wiring everything together manually, all you do is describe what you want in plain English. And Lovable turns that description into a fully functioning application. Think of it like ChatGPT, but specifically for building apps. For example, you could say something like, create a task management app with a clean, modern design and the ability to add, edit, and delete tasks. And Lovable gets to work and literally builds it all for you in minutes. You can then refine it, change it, and even expand your app all through simple conversation. It's basically like having a software developer on demand who never gets tired, never asks for coffee breaks, and doesn't charge by the hour. Now, enough theory, let me show you how this actually works in real life. We're going to build 3 different apps from scratch, step by step. So here we are inside of Lovable, and the first app we're going to build is a simple but really useful daily habit tracker. So I can ask Lovable right here, build me a simple habit tracker app where I can add habits, mark them as completed each day, and see a progress calendar. Click submit and watch what happens. Within seconds, Lovable gets to work and starts creating our app for us, but sometimes Lovable will have a few questions for you before it continues building. So it's asking here, should habit data persist across sessions, which would require a backend database, or is local browser storage fine for now? Now, just to keep this video short and simple, I'm going to choose local storage only. And now Lovable is asking us a question about the calendar. Let's choose monthly calendar view. And how should the app look and feel? Clean and minimal, or colorful and playful? Let's go for colourful and playful and submit these questions. And now Lovable will come up with a plan and tell us exactly what it's going to do. If you approve it, you can click the approve button. You can simply tell Lovable in the box down here any changes you want to make. I'm happy with this, so I'm just going to click approve. And now Lovable gets to work building our app for us. Now this is pretty impressive, and you can see on your screen a little sample of the kind of things that Lovable is doing in the background while it's making your app. Now if you want, you can go away and make a cup of coffee, come back in a couple of minutes, and then see what Lovable has created for you. But just to save time, I'm going to pause the video while Lovable builds for us. Okay, now that took a couple of minutes. So far looking a bit basic, but I can come down to the bottom left and also ask Lovable to add motivational quotes at the top and add a weekly progress chart. If I submit this prompt, Lovable is going to now start to code in our changes. And there we go. We can now see our quotes appearing right here. And this is one from James Clear. So that's pretty nice. And then we've got this box right here to enable users to monitor their weekly progress. Now, here's the important part. Right now, it's just a basic prototype, but we can level it up by telling Lovable things like improve the design to look more modern, futuristic, and premium, add a login system so each user has their own habits, add reminders and notifications, and create a mobile-friendly layout. Submit these changes, Lovable will have a think about it, and then get to work building that in for us. But before it does, Lovable's got a few more questions for us. So which of these should be prioritized first? I don't really care. Let's just go all at once. And Lovable also wants to know about the login system. Do you need user profiles like display name, avatar, etc., or just basic email and password? Let's go for profiles with display name and avatar. And for the reminder notifications, is this going to be in-app only, browser push notifications, or email reminders? Let's go for in-app only. And for the mobile responsiveness, let's choose responsive web design. Submit our changes. Now this is brilliant because I'm not a coder, and I presume most of you watching this are probably not coders either, and you wouldn't know that you need to tell all this information to Lovable, but it just saves you all the hassle and asks you as it goes along. And now Lovable is telling us the other things that need to happen. These are all things that I would personally have no idea how to do, but that doesn't matter. All I need to do is click allow, and Lovable will do all the work for me. Okay, so now here's the new version of our app. And first of all, we've got the login page that we asked for. Now I haven't yet created an account, so I need to come to the bottom right here and set up an account. Let me just do this quickly, then click create my account. I now actually need to go and check my email to prove that I'm a real user. So let's jump over to my email now. And here's the email right here at the top. Let's open this email. Now I'm going to click verify. Now our app opens in a new window, so let's log in, and here's our app. So this is looking really nice. So let's see what happens when we add a habit. So add meditation, cool. And then the calendar opens up at the bottom here with today's date. And then when I've completed my meditation for the day, I just click the button right here, and that'll check it off on my calendar. And if I scroll back up to the top, we can see on the weekly progress, my completed task has been added right here. Let's just add one more habit. Let's go for a workout. And again, once I complete my workout, we can now see on the calendar for our chosen day, we've got both our tasks completed, as well as both being crossed out right here for the day. So pretty simple, but pretty cool. And as you can see on screen, each time we give an instruction, the app gets closer and closer to something you could actually release to real users. Now, this is great because you can prototype ideas insanely fast. You can customize everything without technical skills, and you can turn a rough idea into something that actually feels like a real product. So now you've seen how to build something simple, let's step it up a bit and create something more interactive and practical. So next, we're going to build an AI-powered meal planning app. Now, this would be perfect if you're a fitness coach or a nutritionist, or someone who just wants a personalized tool to stay on track and you want to build this for yourself. And by the way, if you want to give this a go yourself, then you can get access to a free plan of Lovable via the link in the description below this video. So here in Lovable, I'm going to give the first prompt, which is to create an app that generates meal plans based on user preferences like calories, diet type, and allergies. Let's submit this to Lovable, and no doubt Lovable is probably going to have a few questions for us. So this is great because this helps Lovable help us get more closer to what we actually want. So here, how should the meal plans be generated? And we can go for AI generated or pre-built templates. So for speed of this video, I'm going to choose AI generated. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take time creating templates. So AI generated it is for now. So how many meals per day? Let's go for 3 meals and snacks. And should users be able to save their meal plans and come back later? So if you want to say yes to that, then you're going to have to create a login like we did on the first app. Just for speed, let's go for no account needed. And what's the planning time frame? Let's go for full week. And now Lovable has created our plan right here. So I just need to approve on this. And now Lovable is going to get to work creating our app. And now here's the first version of our meal planning app. Now this looks pretty nice. Let's give it a go. So calories, let's say target calories. I'm going to go for, 2,600. Let's go for that. And then diet type, I'm going to go for Mediterranean for this example. Allergies and intolerances, I'm going to check gluten-free and dairy-free. Or the user can also add a custom allergy, which is pretty cool. And select the number of people we want this meal plan to be for and click generate. And let's see what kind of result we get. Okay, and here's our meal plan. Now this is amazing. I really like this actually. So this is Monday and we've got our breakfast, lunch and dinner and a couple of snacks all laid out. And the app also tells you how much calories and protein and carbs and fat are in each meal, as well as giving you the exact ingredients and portion sizes. And this is super handy, and it's done the same for every day of the week. And we can toggle through and see each day of the week right here. And we've also got the option at the top here to either regenerate or to send this to your printer. Now that's a pretty handy little app. Now to make this even better, I can ask the Lovable right here to add a export button. So we can export the meal plan as a shopping list. By submit this, I'm going to now add this extra feature for us. Now, this is all with just simple instructions and no coding on your part. And for this meal planning app now, this is just a prototype, but to make it more like a real world product, all we need to do is give Lovable a few extra simple instructions. For example, I can ask Lovable to add a weekly planner view and to include a calorie summary dashboard, and also to make the design look more like a premium health app. Submit this to Lovable, and just like that, Lovable makes our changes for us, and you can literally watch the transformation step by step as your app then starts to look like something that actually belongs in an app store. So if we just test this out one more time, let's select our calories, choose our diet type, and generate our meal plan. And now our app is looking much more premium. And check out this results page now. This looks really nice. Okay, so now you've seen a couple of practical examples, but this next one is where it gets really interesting because we're going to build something that you could actually sell as your own app. Okay, quick pause here. If you're getting value from this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. On this channel, I share step-by-step guides on how to simplify the tech side of your business to help you be more productive, how to actually use AI and other smart tools the right way, and how to turn those tools into systems that can potentially bring in more revenue. So if that sounds good to you, then I'd love you to be a subscriber so you don't miss what comes next. Okay, now for this third example, let's build something really cool and potentially profitable. So we're going to build an AI content idea generator. Now this is excellent for YouTubers, coaches, small businesses, social media managers, and basically anyone struggling to come up with content ideas. So in Lovable here, I can ask Lovable to create an app that generates social media content ideas based on users' niche, audience, and platform. Include options for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and blogs. Let's give this prompt to Lovable, and Lovable here wants to know if the app should use AI generated content ideas or if I want to provide templates. I'm going to go with AI generated. Now it's asking about design style. Let's go for bold and colorful. How many content ideas per request? For this one, I can let the user choose how many content ideas they want. And let's now submit our answers, and Lovable is then going to come up with our plan for our app for us. Okay, now our plan here is ready, and I don't want to make any changes to that, so I'm just going to click approve, and now Lovable is going to build our app for us. Okay, now here's the first version of our app, and this looks pretty nice. So what we can do here is enter a niche. Let's go for fitness, target audience, let's say beginners aged 18 to 25. And here you can select which platforms you want to have content created for. So you can select all of them if you want. Let's go for just YouTube and Instagram for now. and we can choose a number of ideas. Let's just go for 6 and click generate. And now our idea generator has come up with 3 Instagram ideas and 3 content ideas for YouTube. Pretty cool, right? And the idea generator has also given us a little description of the content, and you've got this little copy paste button here too to make it really easy to copy this into a Google Doc or wherever you want to. Now, to start turning this into potentially a real product, we can go back to Lovable and ask it to add some more features. For example, add a feature that lets users save their favorite ideas, add a button to export ideas to a content calendar. That would be pretty handy. Create a dashboard for saved ideas and improve the UI to make it look more like a SaaS product. Submit these to Lovable, and of course we could also add user accounts to log in too. Like I definitely, of course, would do that if I was going to sell this product, but I've already shown you that step, so I don't want to waste your time and show it to you again. Just answer these questions that Lovable's got for us, click submit, and get Lovable to make these changes. Okay, now here's our updated version of our app. Now we've got to choose a niche. Let's go for tech reviews, target audience. Let's go for entrepreneurs. And now this time, let's generate ideas for TikTok and blogs. Let's hit generate. Now here's our ideas. We've got now our export button right here. We've also got our new favorites button as well if you want to favorite anything. And we should see those favorites now saved on our saved page right here. So let's click on this saved page. Now here is all our content ideas, or we can see all our blog post ideas on the blog post page. Pretty nice, right? Now, this next part is where it gets really exciting because I'm going to show you how to turn this exact app into something that could potentially make you money. So now we've built this AI content generator app, let's talk about how you can turn this into a real business. So inside Lovable, you'd need to add a login system, user accounts, payment page, and subscription access. So I could go to Lovable down here and ask Lovable to add user accounts, authentication, and subscription, style access for this app, create the pricing page with 3 pricing tiers. I've just put a bit of information about what I want in each pricing tier right here, and then also a bit of detail on how I want the app to behave. For example, I want users to be able to create an account before using the app, lock premium features behind paid plans, show a pricing page with clear price comparison, display usage limits clearly inside the user dashboard, add upgrade prompts when free limits are reached, create a subscription checkout page layout, automatically unlock features based on the selected plan, and include a simple account page where users can view their current plan and usage. Let's submit this to Lovable now. And suddenly, just like that, we've gone from app to potential micro SaaS business. So here we have our login page, and the top right, we have a sign in button and our pricing page. Now here are our pricing tiers where a person can click on the free plan to get started and just create their account right here, or they can go to a paid plan. I haven't actually set up the payment gateway, but the final step would just be hooking up a payment gateway like Stripe, and you can take payments and give people paid access to your higher price plans. So Lovable does allow you to integrate with payment processors like Stripe, so users can enter their card details, they'll be then billed automatically each month, and access is then granted instantly after payment. So the basic flow would be, for example, a user lands on your app right here, they see the free plan, they go ahead and give that a go by creating their account. After a bit of time, they then hit the limits of that free plan, and your app then asks them to upgrade to a paid plan. They pay via Stripe, they get full access to a paid plan they've chosen, and just like that, you've gone from, hey, I built a cool little tool, to I now own my own subscription software business. Now, if you're starting to think, hang on, I could actually do this in my own business, then you're going to love this next part because I've got a few bonus ideas for you. So bonus idea number 1 is if you're a fitness coach or a health coach. So you could create a client workout planner or a progress tracking app, or even a custom onboarding app for new clients. So basically you can create apps for your clients tailored specifically for the coaching program. Bonus ideas number 2 is if you have a lead gen agency. So with Lovable, you can create a client dashboard where they can order new ads from you, or you can create a campaign tracker app, a reporting tool, or even a prospect management system that you can use yourself to manage your clients and streamline your workflow. Basically, you could create your own mini CRM set up in exactly the way that you like to work. And bonus ideas number 3 is if you're an online course creator. So with Lovable, you could build a student progress tracker, so both you and your students can keep track of their progress as they go through your courses, or you could create a homework submission app, a content planning tool, or even a community resource hub. So whatever you choose to create, you can basically set up custom software without paying developers thousands of dollars for it. Now, the crazy thing is everything you see in this video was built in minutes, not months. You now no longer need to be technical to build apps. If you can describe it in plain English, then basically you can turn it into real software. So whether you're a business owner, a creator, a freelancer, or just someone with a cool idea, this completely changes what's possible. Now, if you want to see how to build a complete website from scratch in about 90 seconds with Lovable, then watch this video right here.